Good morning, everyone, and may God bless us all. You are with Crafts by The Rose, and I am Tina. Please join my channel. Hit the notification bell to the setting of all so you will know each and every time that I have a live or a video for you. Please feel free to read the About page, ask questions, comment, share my channel, give my channel a thumbs up at any time. Okay. This is my attempt to showing you I'm working on a project. I'm working on a purse, and it's done out of single crochets. I'm working on a purse, and it's done out of this is Red Heart yarn, and I just want to. It's made out of single crochets, and I know it's black, but I got good lighting, so I'm hoping that you will be able to see what I'm doing. And right here, I've already attached it, but I will go through that to show you how I attach this to. I'll show you on this video, but the next purse that I have to do. I just want to show you how. I maybe should show you how to begin, but I want to show you how it goes when you're making a purse. Okay? So I think I almost got this ready to cut off and be attached. Okay, so we're gonna work with, this is that loop that I was showing you on the other video, and it's at the end of 7 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's that back row that makes it come up, which I showed you. But I want to reiterate it and just help again with it. Even though this is black yarn, I have a lot of light in, so I'm hoping you'll be able to see it. So pull a chain up, 1 chain. Still got my fingers in there. And then it says you have to turn your work. You'll see that in a book. Turn your work. So that means it was like this. I did that 1 chain, that extra chain here. It's that extra chain. It's my working loop, okay? And now I'm going to turn my work. And when I turn my work, if you go to the top right here, you'll see a whole V there. So that's 1, 2, 3, and it goes all the way to 7. But I'm going to show you from the side. Okay, so I want to go right in there. Right in there. And I'm going to stick my needle in, and it's going to go up under both of those loops on both sides. And I'm going to pull up a loop, and this is a single crochet. And there we go. Pull through again. So put in the loop, put it in right there in that little hole, pull up a loop, pull up another loop, and go through the 2 chains on your hook. Okay, pull up a loop, pull up another loop, and pull through both loops on the hook. Put it in, pull it up, one. That makes you have two. And now you're going to put another loop on and pull through both loops on the hook. Put it in, pull it up, both loops. Now you're going to pull another loop up on the hook. There you go. And this is called a single crochet. We're going to do all the single crochets, and 7 of them. Okay? And there we go. So now we have, okay, we're going to go back and do it again. Going to pull up that loop at the end. We're going to turn our work. We're going to go right back in under that first single crochet. Going to pull up another loop, and we have 2 loops. Pull through both loops. Okay, there we go. In. In there. Pull out. 2 loops. Pull through both loops on the hook. In. In. Pull through, see it? In. Both loops on the hook. In. Both loops on the hook. I'm pulling through. Two, and now 1. Now we to the end. We're gonna pull up an extra loop. That's your climb. That loop is your climbing loop. And then we turn our work. We go back in the same place. See how it looks? You can see it. Yes. And you can do it. See? Where we want it to go is right in there. Pull it up. And we can do this. It's easy. That's where it goes. Pull up them 2, and now you're going to pull through both. Put a, now, wait a minute. Put it in. Pull up a loop. Pull through both loops on the hook. Put it in. Nope, that went in the wrong one. There it goes. That's the right one. Okay. Now you pull up a loop, turn your work, and push it in, pull up a loop, pull up another loop, and pull through both loops on the hook. I'm just going to crochet and let you look at it. And hopefully, this is a single crochet that I'm doing. Hopefully you'll get where I'm doing it. Trying to show you exactly what I'm doing so that you can see it and concentrate and try to do it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Pull up a loop. You see that tension? See what that's the tension gauge right there. This is what makes your loops bigger or smaller or tighter or whatever. Is how you hold that right there. That's how you keep it the same size, by putting it in and letting it, you know. We're going to talk about tension too, but this one, the tension, you kind of like, once you, and I say this about wanting to crochet and be really good at it. Choose a super sized project so you can learn your tension and you can start getting your tension right, where it's that it will, and that first, because you don't know how to understand and how to feel your work and feel what you're doing, it takes a large project to get that together. Okay, so we're going to cut this off here and we're going to use a long tail. So see the tail, and we're going to use a kind of long tail. Okay, so that's a long tail and I'm going to cut it off. Cut it off. Okay, then I'm going to take the darning needle. I need that for something else. I'll get it back. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to show you how to attach this to this purse. Okay, and I'm going to put this needle in here first. Okay, so now we're going to pull that thread up. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this needle through there to stop so it don't unravel. And that's how you stop the process. Okay, and then you let it come. That's how you stop it. It's like a slip knot back in it again. Okay, so now I'm going to use this thread that's already attached to it and everything. I'm going to attach it to the purse to finish the purse off, and this purse will be finished. Okay, so I got to make sure that the strap is not tangled. Okay, so And that's how I want it. And I'm going to let you see how this end is. See, so, and this time I'm going to attach it. Okay? But where I'm going to attach it at is I got to find, I'm going to show you what I got to do. Okay, on this side, I got to know where that line, where I got it attached at on this side. So then I come straight across. Wherever I got it, I come straight across on the line there where I got it attached at. So follow that line all the way over to here. And I want to attach it on that line. But I know for a fact that I didn't go, I went into, okay, I went into the first one, which is that line all the way up. Okay, so I want to start not in the first one, but in the second one. Okay, so that's the second one right there. Okay, that's the second one from the end. This is the first one. See that hole right there? That lets you know it's the first one. Okay. That's where I want. And in that one, and I got to count from there. I got to count over 7. And here's my other stitch marker. And to the person who donated this stitch marker to my channel, I still have it, and I appreciate it. And I appreciate it more so because you were one of the first persons to donate stitch markers to this channel. And so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. 1, 2. Okay, so that's 1 right there. And that's 2. Okay, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So right there is where I want to start. And I'm going to put this stitch marker in right there so I know where I'm going to start at. Okay, so that's where they began, and this one over here is where I'm gonna end. Okay, but it's up 1. No, that's all right, because see how you look, that's where, so it's up over it. Okay, but that's all right, I don't mind. Okay, that's why you take a second look at your work. That's why you take a second look. Okay. Whew. Hold on. Okay, so what I've done is put that needle in where it belongs. on the work. And then I'm going to put the needle in the first single crochet, and that would go right there. Okay, that's where it goes. I got it in. So I made sure that it was on here straight, I think. Let me make sure. Because you got to make sure it's straight. Because once you put it in, once you start it and start sewing with it and getting it on here, it's not that easy to take it off. Look at here, look at here. It ain't going to be easy to get it off. So when you put it on, you got to put it on and get it right. Put it on there the right way. Because if you get it messed up, you got a messed up project. And that's why sometimes it take a little longer. But it's well worth it in order to get it right. Okay, so. Oh, boy. I want to put it back in that same place. I got to be able to see it, though. I might have to make another purse where y'all can see how it's done. Put it back in. Pull it through. See, it's just in the purse part of it. It's back in there. Now I'm going to go back up through that right there, the handle. I don't want to mess up. Got to come out of that. I made a mistake. Got to put this through the handle bag handle. Then I can go. Pull it tight. Pull it tight. Go through the handle. It's a little complicated. A little bit. Okay, so now that I got it started, and I want to make sure that it's secure, so I'm going to lay this part, which is the tail. And I'm going to come on this side now. I'm going to close that up in there. So I'm sewing over my tail. In other words, that's what I'm doing. I'm sewing over my tail. Okay. So now, make sure it's straight. I'm gonna go back in the next stitch on the purse. I'm gonna go through the next stitch on the same line that I'm sewing it on with. That's one. See, the next one is right there. I'm gonna go in. I can see it. There you go. Now I'm gonna put this on. The next, see there it is. We only got 7 to go. With one less, we got 6 now. This is number 6. And learning how to count is so like knowing how to count in this world, the crochet world, is fundamental. You have to know you have to know anything that I do, you got to know how to count. You got to know how to count. You got to know how to count. Because if you don't know how to count, this stuff is going to be so hard to do. You have to know how to count. You not have to know graphs. In school, you find graphs. They'll teach you how to do graphs. You got to know how to do graphs in order to do what I'm doing. You got to know it. It's, you got to know your multiplications. You got to know those things. You got to know them. You cannot do this work without knowing multiplications and stuff like that. Okay, so now we on to the next one. We're on to the next one right here. And even though it's black, I can still see it. Okay, then we're coming to the next one. And see, the next one is right there. Put it through. Whew. Pull it through. And we're locking it in as we go. We're locking it in as we go. Gotta keep it straight. Gotta keep it straight. And I'll probably do another purse that is a lighter color so we can see all of these things that I'm trying to show you with this black. There we go. And I just work with a lot of black because I can see it. But a lot of people have told me they can't see the black. But I can. I don't know. I think some of it is because I've been working with black so long that it's not that I can see it. It's just that I can feel my way through it. I think I can feel my way through it. Okay. Even though I can feel, I want to make sure that I'm not catching nothing that I don't need to be catching. Okay. Okay, so you gotta manipulate your yarn a little bit. I'm gonna have to take this out because it's just gonna make it too hard for me to see what I'm doing. See, that's what. Okay. It's not working. Wait a minute. Let me make sure. Yeah. I could tell I got more than I was supposed to. And when you're doing, this is good, it's a mistake in it, because then you see how to take it out. You know, and believe you me, mistakes are always made in the fiber land. You don't get away from this world without making mistakes in this. You're gonna make some mistakes here. They come natural. They come natural. Okay, so it comes natural. Don't feel like that. No, they come natural to it. But see how that's why you use this big needle like this diamond needle. That's why you use it. Because in the fiber world, it helps it. It helps it to come, and it helps it to come loose when you make a mistake. Okay, so now we're going to go back and do that back all over again. And I'm going to make it a little easier for myself. There we go. Crocheting over that. We're sewing over that. That's that tail we're sewing over. Okay? So now we want to go in the next loop, which is that one. And we came up there. So we want to go down in that one. There we go. Okay, I got it to go in. Now we're going to make sure everything is still straight. And yeah, I know it's taking a few minutes, but I'm doing it. I can't fast forward. I don't know how to edit it, none of this, to make it go faster. So I'm just showing you in real time what it is. And if you want to be an expert at this, know that it takes time. It's not something that you can just rush through and, I'll be done in 5 minutes. No, you're not. You're not going to be done in 5 minutes. Once you become an expert, you might. Okay, so then we're going into the next one right here. Okay. Okay, so we're going in the next stitch right here. And we're going to go make sure we're covering our loop. Our tail, we're making sure we're covering our tail up. Okay. There we go. Pull it all the way through. And we're going to pull it in our last one right there. We're to the end. Okay, we're to the end. We're going to go in our last loop right there. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to cut that tail off because we didn't cover it all in. Okay. Cut that tail off because we didn't sewed it in. You got to be careful when you're cutting it off. Okay? Cut that tail off and it's out of the way. Okay. Now, we'll take our stitch marker out. Okay. Now, we're going to go back over it. And see, all the yarn is right where it's supposed to be at. All the yarn is right where it's supposed to be at. You know. And as you learn with yarn, is you're going to have to learn how to feel what you've done and know that it's right. You got to learn how to feel it and feel the right way that it's done. Okay? So now we're going to go right back over what we just did. One more time. I'm going to go back over our work. Okay? I'm going to go back over and unbutton this. I'm going to go back over it. Okay. Okay. You got to pull tight. I'm going to go all the way back down. Go back over each one. I'm going to pull real tight because this handle can't come off. We don't want it to come off, okay? So we're going to pull tight. And the good thing about fiber is you can scratch it. You can scratch it and make it do what you want it to do. Okay, so always make sure your work is where you really want it at. See, we're almost to the end. Okay. Okay, so we got it almost to the end. Okay, pulling it tight. And one more. One more, y'all. But I'm feeling what I'm doing, y'all. I'm not being able to really see it so much. And that's really the reason why I went on and chose to do this in black. It's because I want you to see that it is some of this what fiber is that you have to feel your way through. It's not always seeing everything. Some of it is feeling. So now what I'm going to do, since I've crocheted it all, well, not crocheted, but sewed it. Now I'm going to go up under that where I sewed it at. And I'm going to push the needle in as far as I can. And then I'm going to use the board to help me with some more of it. Because I pulled it so tight that I can't really get it through there without, okay? Our hands are not as strong. And I pull it all the way in. See the last little bit right there? And I'm going to pull it on through. And that's going to tighten it even more. Now I'm going to turn it on this side. And I'm going to go through. I'm going to go through up under where I sewed it together at. And I'm going to push it on through. Okay, so I can't get it through, but a certain amount of it right now. And I'll pull it on through. And that's putting it up, that's tucking it up under. So, you see what I'm saying? It's going to lock the thread in. It's going to lock it all in. Push it all the way through again to the end. And that's how I attach the handles after I finished it. And I'm going to pull it tight. Get it tight. I don't want it loose. Okay. And now that I've done that and tucked it on both sides, now I can cut it off. And I want you to see how I'm going to cut it. See, I tilt that scissors up away from my work. You don't want to point it down. You want to point the scissors up away from your work. All right, so that is what I wanted to show you all today. Don't be afraid of black. It might be a little bit more time consuming, but it's well worth it. It's well worth it. And anybody can do it. Some of it with black, you have to feel your way through a little bit. But if you love this art, it's all well worth it. Okay, so that's the purse finished. And we finished it together. We finished it together. See? See that handle is on there? And it's on there straight. See? It's on there straight. Now what we gotta do is I see it's a little tail on that. All you do is hold your scissors up away from your work and cut. There you go. And that is the strap put on the purse. Yep, and it's straight. All right, so I love you all. Please give this video a thumbs up and happy crafting.